We present HapMotion, motion-to-tactile framework with wearable haptic devices for immersive VR performance experience. We present a novel haptic rendering framework that translates the performer's motions into vibrotactile feedback for an immersive virtual reality dance performance. We surveyed results on how performers' motions occurred during offline and VR performances. We checked the recorded videos to categorize and quantify the types of motions and their occurrence frequencies. Throughout the survey, we found out that both offline and virtual performances are mainly focused on the upper body of the performer. Therefore, we divided the motions into two categories: communicative motions and choreographic motions. Communicative motions indicate motions that engage audiences' attentions, and choreographic motions refer to technique of combining movements and dance. Therefore, our goal is to deal with overall motions by translating it into vibrotactile feedback. We propose a motion salient triangle that aims to effectively translate characteristics of movements into vibrotactile haptic feedback. MST utilizes spatio-temporal parameters extracted from 3D joint coordinates. We assign the active root joints, center of mass and torso as key element vertices and connected to create the MST. Here, MST dynamic point is the rendering point. We employ Kinect sensor to get the joint coordinate data as a performer. The proposed algorithm maintains the controlled proportion of the distance between MST dynamic point and the surface of torso. In our system, we stream straight vector 3 tagged raycasting to the target point, which is the centroid among 4 representative joint coordinates. With that raycasting, we proceed 3D warping when ray hits the node and locates within the boundary. We set it as an haptic proxy. When MST dynamic point is smaller than the minimum warping range, it generally locates directly on the surface nodes of the performer's torso. Furthermore, proceed out-of-range projection that supports real-time treatment for unexpected cases. And then, we furthermore proceed 1D phantom sensation and 2D grid-based sensation to convey more realistic haptic experience. In order to cover various types of motions in virtual performance, we adjust weight distribution when computing MST dynamic. There are 2 cases. First, when it's just single active joint, we calculate the acceleration value of active joint and convey the adjusted value to compute. If there are dual active joints, we add one more step to compare the distance between each active joint and convey the weight to each of the active joints. To accurately simulate the sensation of upper body movements, we adjust the intensity level according to the distance of MST dynamic point to the center of the mass in torso. With following equation, users would easily notice the flow of movements from the performer. We adjust the intensity due to the distance of center of mass in torso and MST dynamic point, which intuitively conveys the performer's movement into a tactile experience. We average 3 previous frames as a threshold. In order to convey subtly ruled intensity, we provide 1D phantom sensation and 2D grid-based sensation. When the raycast hits the computed bounded area, which is settled in the width of length between adjacent nodes, divided by 10 units, we add the supplement vibration intensity to primarily computed intensity. We customize the haptic suit by adding the haptic sleeves onto each side of the shoulders. We conducted 2 different studies. First, motion-to-tactile framework performance. We compare the baseline method and the MST-based methods by asking participants of naturalness, immersion, satisfaction, consistency, latency, and embodiment. For the result, we conducted 2-way and 1-way ANOVA tests. Telling using MST-based algorithms conveys significant meaning on showing graph. For a second study, we further investigate the holistic user experiences using our framework along with or without a conventional audio-to-tactile approach. We compared audio-to-tactile condition, motion-to-tactile condition, and linearly combined multimodal method. For the result, we observe a general trends of first preference as motion-to-tactile, and second as multimodal-to-tactile, and the least for the audio-to-tactile feedback. This is the end of the video for HapMotion. Thank you for your time.